Patrick Hi, it's Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com with another quick tip for families in intensive care. Today I want to answer a question we get quite frequently, and it's a short question, but I think it's a question that keeps people awake at night, quite literally. So the question today is, does a critical condition mean death? Well, that's a great question, and the statistics are out there that approximately 90% of patients in intensive care survive. So that means the odds are in your critically ill loved one's favor. Now, I do believe this is a question that comes up very frequently simply because ICUs are very doomy and gloomy, and they're very negative right from the start, saying, oh, it's very unlikely that your loved one will survive. If they do survive, they won't have any quality of life. So they're very quick at painting a doom and gloom picture. So what does that mean for you? You need to arm yourself with the right statistics. You need to arm yourself with the right advocacy and consulting. You need to do your research from day one when you have a loved one in intensive care. That's what you need to do. The biggest challenge for families in intensive care is that they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what to look for. They don't know what questions to ask. They don't know their rights, and they don't know how to manage doctors and nurses in intensive care. And that's exactly what 99% of families in intensive care actually experience. They don't know what to look for. They don't know what questions to ask. But we have created a very safe space for you to ask questions, because if you ask that question to an intensive care team, they will probably focus on the negatives, because it helps them to create their agenda, follow their agenda, and create their narrative. What do I mean by that? By them being negative and painting a doom and gloom picture, it means that, let's reverse that for a moment. If they told you, hey, we're going to look after your mom or your dad for the next 3 weeks, and then they'll be fine, and they recover, and then they go home, and it doesn't happen, you could sue them. By them telling you that critical condition means death, they stay in control of the narrative, because they've lowered your expectations, right? They've fear-mongered you. And then it's also easy for them to guilt trip you if you want more, if you want treatment, if you want all treatments, if you want all treatment options to be available for your loved one. And then they're telling you, oh, your loved one is dying anyway, and you shouldn't be asking for more. You're just, making sure you're just helping your loved one suffering, and you shouldn't make them suffer. So it's really important that you arm yourself with all the relevant information, so that you can create your own narrative, and don't be bogged down by the intensive care team's narrative, which is just be negative. It's focused on their agenda, which is emptying intensive care beds as quickly as possible, so they have more room for new patients to come in to maximize often their revenue, and not focus so much on what patients and families want. So I hope that helps, and I hope that gives you context about what's happening in intensive care, and that you need help. You need help when you have a loved one in intensive care. Otherwise, you'll be like any other family who comes to us a year later and says, oh, my loved one passed away last year, and I think they killed him, but I didn't know any better at the time. And then they come to us, have second thoughts, and then they want a medical record review. It's much easier for you to get help while your loved one is in intensive care, and we can help you turn the situation around, like we've done for hundreds of clients by now who have loved ones in intensive care. So if you have a loved one in intensive care, go to intensivecarehotline.com, call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or simply send us an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com with your questions. Also, have a look at our membership for families in intensive care at intensivecaresupport.org. There you have access to me and my team 24 hours in the membership area and via email, and we answer all questions intensive care related. Also, I offer one-on-one consulting and advocacy for families in intensive care. I talk to doctors and nurses directly with you, ask all the questions you haven't even considered asking, but you must ask those questions, because otherwise you'll be fighting an uphill battle, and the intensive care team can tell you things like that critical condition means death, which is not accurate. I also represent you in family meetings with intensive care teams, making sure you're well represented and they don't get the upper hand, so that you have someone in these meetings who speaks the intensive care language. Because if you don't speak the intensive care language, you'll have no chance in getting best care and treatment for your critically ill loved one. We also offer medical record reviews in real time for a second opinion. Contact us for that as well. And we offer medical record reviews after intensive care if you have unanswered questions, if you suspecting medical negligence, or if you're simply needing closure. Now, if you are finding my videos valuable, subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates for families in intensive care. Click the like button, click the notification bell, and comment below what you want to see next or what questions and insights you have, and share the video with your friends and families. Thanks for watching. This is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com, and I'll talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.